All right, cool. So you've got a map file downloaded on your computer. Now what? Well, now it's time to get comfortable with the software that powers all of your tuning work, PowerCore. This is where you'll view live data, edit maps, calibrate, and configure accessories for your Power Commander 6. So with the Dynojet homepage open, up here on the hamburger menu, click on Support and Downloads. Right up here at the top, there's a quick link for the PowerCore software download, or since we're working with Power Commanders today, we can actually jump into the Power Commander downloads page. This is where you'll see some install guides, as well as some troubleshooting help, and also the software that we would need. Power Commander 5 software is here, but PowerCore is the one that we would need. Click Download. You'll also notice right below it, there's the beta version. This is has some more bug fixes and features that are available in beta format, and you could choose to run that software as well. And then at the bottom, there's firmware. So if you needed updated firmware for if you had Power Commander 5s, there are different versions of firmware for these, and also then the Power Commander 6 firmware, should you need to update that. So once you launch PowerCore, with your PC6 connected, you'll see a clean application launcher. Let me walk you through the main components that we'll be using inside the C3 tuning software today. You'll notice our DSLN launches when we are connected. It has received the solution from the device. Up in the top tab, you'll see our File menu here, where you can open, save, and browse for maps that you may have downloaded or been sent from a professional tuner. Remember, PC6 maps are saved as .p6m files. The next tab over is our C3 device tab. This is where you would configure things for accessories, maybe your startup fuel, a quick shifter, are all under the configure tab. Next is the calibration, where you can calibrate your Power Commander 6 for your vehicle's throttle position sensor, gear position, or vehicle speed sensors. Next are the receive, which automatically happens when we connect, and then the send. If we want to send any changes or a map to the device, we would click on the send button. PowerCore gives you a good notification that the device has either, or the solution has been sent successfully or received in each direction. There's also a small tab here for the Wideband 2 device. This is for configuring of any Wideband 2 outputs that you may have, if you have that product. Next up is the logging tab. You can record any channels that are live on your screen, and you can even independently select the desired channels for your vehicle. Again, any channel exposed on a gauge are recorded by default. And then tuning link. This is where if you were hooked up to a dynamometer with AFR capturing data, you would condense these together, combine them in the Dynojet ecosystem to automate the data gathering and tuning process of your fuel adjustment tables. And lastly, there is the user guide and the troubleshooting buttons that you can click to bump out to our website and receive help from our tech support staff, or view any of the Dynojet University help files. Again, as we see here, hovering over a quick button shows you the tooltip of what that button will do when you click it. So it's pretty easy to look around in PowerCore. Maybe you're wanting to just see what your fuel map looks like. So by simply clicking in these cells, you can easily increase them up or down by 2%. You can use your page up and down buttons if you'd like, or just independently select a region here and enter a plus 10 in the fuel map if you know you're going to need 10% fuel there. PowerCore also makes it really easy. As you click around down in the bottom, you can select a region, and maybe you want to use these math buttons down here to add incremental 5 points of fuel. There's also other math functions such as multiplying. Maybe in this area you need 10% less fuel. And you can either divide that by 1.1 or multiply by 0.9 to decrease your fueling change by 10%. Since we are looking at how to look at the map that we just downloaded from our website, under this File tab, there's the Open button where we can go and find that map that we just downloaded. It's sitting right here in our Downloads folder. Click Open. You'll see that this opens as that P6M file extension, and then our tables right here are available for us to tune. We have our target AFR table. The Dynojet in this case has preset over 40% throttle. We're running 13.2, and then out at wide open throttle, we request 13.0. If you had an auto tune module in play or you were accessing tuning, this would be our primary target AFR table that would be set then for that tuning process. There's also our fuel adjust table, where if we wanted in this region to, well, yes, it's zeros right now, but keep in mind there's a base table in the background that is where a dealer with care and ARP on file may have access to. So the changes we're doing on this table are on top of that base file. So perhaps in this region, yes, it's zeros on this fuel adjust table, that base table in the background. Maybe we still need another 10 points of fuel. We could use our up and down keys to go up by 10%, or we could enter a 10 here to add 10%, and then flow out to other regions that we can be very fine adjustment with our, entering on the keypad and using our arrows to button around, or we can even use those page up and down to coarsely adjust this whole region. We can set the page down button to decrement by 1 if we need. Over on the right, you'll see your dashboard with gauges that are set for your Power Commander 6. There's different templates Dynojet has. We can look at an all-digital setup. We can look at this basic gauges as well, where we have map position and gear and vehicle speed and our injector adjustment all preset for these. You'll notice as we're on the P6M file, well, none of the gauges look live or that there's data. Well, data doesn't come from maps. Data comes from solutions and having the actual device solution pulled up in your documents pane. So you'll see these read now 1. We're in map position 1. If this was connected on a vehicle, we would be seeing, yes, it's in map 1. If we enable a map switch, maybe we could toggle it to 2 and watch that change here as well. There's other channels you can select here from Power Commander 6, such as injector duty cycle, our throttle position, which is also up here on this analog gauge as well. So feel free, click around inside PowerCore. Again, none of these changes that we've done on this map has been committed. We haven't sent the solution. We haven't sent this map to our device as well. So all of our changes are safe, and we can always reopen that downloaded map or access that backup in the backups folder that PowerCore saves for you. In fact, PowerCore and these Power Commanders have smarts built into them. We've downloaded a map for a 2008 R6. Well, say we have a Power Commander and it's not the right Power Commander. It's for a YZ450. So we're trying to send a 4-cylinder map to a single-cylinder bike. And in this case, they would prompt us with, well, yeah, are you sure you want to add this to map position 1? And it will prompt you that, nope, you can't do this. The map type of that R6 map is 196. The map type of this YZ450 is 587. So it adds in that layer of protection so that you only send the proper maps for your device, for your vehicle, to it. So with our solution file open or our .p6m file open, yes, that we can look at our tables, but there's also down here the notes menu. Well, take a look at this, and this is exactly what we downloaded. It indicates it's for a 2010 to 2016 Yamaha R6 with a slip-on exhaust and a stock or aftermarket air filter. This is also present in our solution, so when we're actually connected to the Power Commander 6, the Notes tab right here indicates this is for a 2023 YZ450F with a stock intake and stock exhaust. So Dynojet's pre-programmed map directly off the production line programs in this stock map for this particular device.